Good morning. This is Pastor Brian. We are reading a chapter a day from Job. Today, chapter 35, Elihu continues his very long speech to Job to try to correct him and share what he feels is his very insightful knowledge to both Job and his friends. So Elihu continues in chapter 35. Elihu continued, "Do you think it right? You say, 'I'm more just than God.' Yet you ask, 'Why does it benefit you? What have I gained by avoiding sin?' I'll answer you, and your friends along with you. Look at the heavens and see. Scan the clouds high over you. If you've sinned, how have you affected God? Your offenses have multiplied. What have you done to him? If you are righteous, what do you give to him? Or what does he receive from your hand? Your evil affects others like you, and your righteousness affects fellow human beings. People cry out because of heavy oppression, shout under the power of the mighty. But no one says, 'Where is God my Maker, who gives songs in the night, who teaches us more than the beasts of the earth, makes us wiser than the birds in the sky?' Then they cry out, but he doesn't answer, because of the pride of the wicked. God certainly doesn't respond to a deceitful cry. The Almighty doesn't pay attention to it. Although you say that you don't see him, the case is before him, so wait anxiously for him. Even though his anger is now held back, a person doesn't know. It's only delayed. So Job mouths emptiness. He piles up ignorant words." So what did you hear today in this 35th chapter? Quite a bit shorter than the last two. So what stuck out to you? What did you find interesting and or confusing? Elihu in this chapter, more directly, I think, than before, attacks Job's claim of innocence. And again, quotes Job, whether it's to prove a point or to mock him, but goes on to say that God knows all of the things that happens, and God doesn't answer those who are prideful or those who are wicked, as we see in verse 12. Is Elihu's claim that it's Job's cry is a deceitful cry. So that could be why Job keeps yelling out for God to come and let's have court together. And Elihu's saying, no, God already has your case. God's already figuring things out. You need to just let that happen. And you need to stop having these empty words, these ignorant words coming out of your mouth. And you need to let God decide, because it is God's court. It is God's decision. And God is the one who knows and sees all. So is that comforting? Is that helpful? Is that challenging to you? That God already knows all? Do we need to bring our cases to God? I think that we do, personally. I don't know that I necessarily agree, if I'm interpreting this text right, agree with Elihu that sure, God knows, but there's parts of the Bible where it tells us that even if God knows, we should still bring our sighs, our longings, our cares, our worries, everything to God in prayer. So whether I am innocent or whether I'm guilty, whether I am ignorant or knowledgeable, I think we have the opportunity and the right to bring those things before God, because that lets God know that we care. And I think that's maybe what Job is getting at, is that Job says, no, I care. I care about my innocence. I care about my guilt. And I want to bring my case before God. So Elihu has his reasoning, Job has his reasoning, all of Job's other friends have their reasoning, and we will see eventually what comes out of this. But I believe we have at least one more chapter before we move on from Elihu. Thanks for joining me today. Share those things with a friend or with us on social media. Make sure to write them down. And take care. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow.